As the political landscape shifts with the election of Donald Trump as the President of the United States, concerns have arisen regarding the implications of his increasingly aggressive rhetoric toward Canada. David Frum, a seasoned political analyst and staff writer at The Atlantic, articulates these concerns, suggesting that Trump's threats indicate a potentially perilous situation for Canada. Frum's insights prompted deeper examination of the underlying dynamics at play and what they could mean for Canada's future. Frum's commentary reflects a broader anxiety about the unpredictability of Trump's presidency. While he does not believe Trump genuinely aspires to incorporate Canada as a U.S. state, the frequency and boldness of Trump's threats signal a desire for some aggressive stance against Canada. He likens the situation to living with a volatile individual who makes alarming remarks, underscoring the need for Canada to take these threats seriously and prepare for possible repercussions. The analogy Frum uses, a metaphorical comparison to a mentally unstable partner making violent threats, serves to illustrate the unpredictability of Trump's behavior. While the threats may not be taken literally, the underlying implication is that they could lead to serious actions that might harm Canada's economic and political standing. This perspective urges Canadian leaders to develop a strategic response to mitigate any potential fallout from Trump's presidency. Understanding the current threats requires a look back at the historical context of U.S.-Canada relations. Traditionally characterized by cooperation and mutual benefit, the relationship has nevertheless experienced fluctuations based on the political climates of the respective countries. Trump's presidency has ushered in a new era of unpredictability, marked by a tendency to prioritize nationalist policies and a skeptical view of international alliances. Trump's administration has previously demonstrated a willingness to engage in trade disputes, as seen in the renegotiation of NAFTA, which resulted in the United States-Mexico-Canada Agreement, USMCA. The potential for further economic disruption looms large, especially as Trump continues to leverage his platform to rally support through aggressive trade rhetoric. This context amplifies Frum's warnings about the dangers that may lie ahead for Canada. Frum's statements prompt an evaluation of the specific risks that Canada faces under Trump's potential aggression. The economic implications are particularly concerning, as Canada is heavily reliant on its trade relationship with the United States. In 2023, for instance, a significant portion of Canada's exports, nearly 75%, were directed toward U.S. markets. This dependency creates a precarious situation in which any adverse actions taken by the U.S. government could have significant ramifications for the Canadian economy. Moreover, Trump's rhetoric often taps into populist sentiments, appealing to a base that may favor isolationist policies and economic protectionism. Such sentiments could lead to the implementation of tariffs, trade barriers, or other economic measures that would directly impact Canadian businesses and workers. In this light, Frum's warning serves as a clarion call for Canada to be vigilant and proactive in safeguarding its economic interests. Beyond economic threats, Frum raises the possibility of political aggression. While it's unlikely that Trump would pursue a literal annexation of Canada, the notion of exerting greater influence over Canadian policies cannot be dismissed. The dynamics of power can shift subtly, with the U.S. attempting to impose its will through diplomatic pressure, economic sanctions, or other means. For instance, Trump's administration has previously shown a willingness to engage in confrontational diplomacy, often favoring unilateral action over multilateral agreements. This approach could extend to Canada, where the U.S. might attempt to dictate terms on issues ranging from trade to environmental policy. The implications of such actions could undermine Canada's sovereignty and lead to significant political tensions. In light of these potential threats, it is imperative for Canadian leaders to develop a comprehensive strategy to address the challenges posed by Trump's administration. This strategy should encompass several key elements. 1. Strengthening alliances. Canada should seek to strengthen its ties with other nations, particularly those that share similar values and interests. By fostering relationships with countries in Europe, Asia, and beyond, Canada can create a network of support that may help counterbalance any aggressive actions taken by the U.S. 2. Diversifying trade partners. Reducing dependency on the U.S. market is crucial for Canada's economic resilience. Exploring new trade agreements with emerging markets and reinforcing existing partnerships can create a more balanced trade portfolio. Initiatives such as the Comprehensive and Progressive Agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership, CPTPP, demonstrate Canada's commitment to diversifying its trade relationships. 3. Enhancing domestic policies. Strengthening Canada's domestic policies around key sectors, such as agriculture, technology, and natural resources, will empower the country to withstand external pressures. Investing in innovation and sustainability can bolster Canada's economy, while positioning it as a leader in emerging industries. 4. Engaging in diplomatic dialogue ***. While preparing for potential aggression, maintaining open lines of communication with U.S. officials is essential. Engaging in diplomatic dialogue can help diffuse tensions and establish mutual understanding. Canadian leaders should emphasize the benefits of collaboration, particularly in areas such as environmental protection and security. Public perception plays a critical role in shaping political responses to external threats. From's analysis highlights the importance of public awareness regarding the potential dangers posed by Trump's rhetoric. Canadian citizens must be informed about the implications of U.S. policies and the need for a unified national response. Media outlets, educational institutions, and civil society organizations can play an essential role in fostering public discourse around these issues. By emphasizing the importance of Canada's sovereignty and economic independence, a well-informed public can contribute to a stronger collective response to any threats that may arise. Ultimately, resilience will be a defining characteristic of Canada's response to the challenges posed by Trump's presidency. The ability to adapt to shifting political landscapes and economic pressures is vital for the country's continued success. This resilience can be cultivated through strategic planning, proactive measures, and a commitment to unity among Canadian leaders and citizens. David From's insights into the potential dangers threatening Canada's economy and sovereignty under Donald Trump serve as a wake-up call for Canadian leaders and citizens alike. While the risks may be daunting, they also present an opportunity for Canada to reaffirm its identity as a nation committed to its values and interests. By taking proactive steps to address the challenges posed by U.S. aggression, Canada can not only safeguard its economic and political standing, but also emerge as a leader in a rapidly changing global landscape. The time for action is now, as the potential for external threats looms large on the horizon. In a world marked by unpredictability, Canada must remain vigilant, united, and ready to respond to whatever challenges may come its way. To effectively address the threats posed by Trump's presidency, Canada must foster a cohesive national strategy that encompasses multiple facets of governance, economy, and international relations. This strategy should not only respond to immediate challenges, but also anticipate future scenarios that could arise from U.S.-Canada relations. One of the most effective ways to bolster Canada's economy in the face of potential U.S. aggression is to strengthen local industries. This involves investing in key sectors such as technology, renewable energy, and manufacturing. By enhancing domestic production capabilities, Canada can reduce its reliance on imports and create jobs that contribute to a more robust economy. Encouraging innovation through investment in research and development is crucial. Canadian universities and research institutions have the potential to lead in areas such as artificial intelligence, biotechnology, and clean energy. By fostering an environment where innovation thrives, Canada can position itself as a global leader in emerging technologies, thereby enhancing its economic independence. The recent disruptions caused by the COVID-19 pandemic highlighted vulnerabilities in global supply chains. Canada can take proactive steps to diversify its supply chains, ensuring that critical goods and services are not solely dependent on U.S. suppliers. Building relationships with other countries to create alternative supply routes can enhance resilience and reduce the risk of economic fallout from U.S. policy changes. While preparing for potential threats, Canada must also engage in proactive diplomacy. This involves establishing and maintaining strong diplomatic channels with the U.S. government and other key international players. Building relationships based on mutual respect and understanding can help mitigate tensions and foster collaboration on shared challenges, such as climate change and security. Canada has long been recognized for its commitment to diplomacy, human rights, and peacekeeping. By utilizing its soft power effectively, Canada can enhance its influence on the global stage. Engaging in international organizations, Participating in peacekeeping missions and advocating for multilateralism can help bolster Canada's reputation and align it with nations that share similar values. Emphasizing Canadian values, such as inclusivity, diversity, and environmental stewardship, can serve as a counter-narrative to aggressive rhetoric. By promoting these values both domestically and internationally, Canada can strengthen its identity and foster goodwill among other nations. This strategy can also resonate with American citizens who may feel disillusioned with their own government's approach. A united front is essential in addressing external threats. Canadian leaders should encourage national dialogue that brings together diverse voices from different regions, communities, and sectors. Engaging citizens in discussions about the implications of U.S. policies and the importance of Canadian sovereignty can foster a sense of shared purpose and responsibility. Canada's vast geography and diverse population mean that regional concerns can vary significantly. Listening to and addressing the unique challenges faced by provinces and territories is crucial for building national unity. By tailoring policies that reflect regional needs while aligning with national interests, Canada can create a more cohesive response to external pressures. Implementing public awareness campaigns can educate citizens about the potential risks associated with U.S. policies. These campaigns can emphasize the importance of economic independence, the value of Canadian industries, and the need for a collective response to external threats. A well-informed public is more likely to engage in constructive dialogue and support government initiatives aimed at safeguarding national interests. Media plays a pivotal role in shaping public perception and discourse around U.S.-Canada relations. Responsible reporting that accurately conveys the complexities of the relationship can help inform citizens about the implications of political rhetoric. Journalists should strive to provide balanced coverage while highlighting the importance of Canada's sovereignty and economic resilience. Civil society organizations can serve as vital conduits for public engagement and advocacy. By mobilizing citizens around key issues related to U.S. threats, these organizations can amplify voices that may otherwise go unheard. Collaborations between government, media, and civil society can create a more informed and engaged populace. Given the unpredictability of politics, scenario planning becomes an invaluable tool for Canadian leaders. By anticipating various potential outcomes of U.S. policies, Canada can develop contingency plans that allow for swift and effective responses. This proactive approach enables the government to navigate changing circumstances with agility and foresight. As global dynamics evolve, Canada must remain adaptable. This involves reassessing existing policies and strategies in light of changing circumstances. Continuous evaluation of the political landscape will enable Canada to respond effectively to emerging challenges and opportunities. In the face of Donald Trump's aggressive rhetoric and the uncertainties it brings, Canada stands at a crossroads. The path forward requires a multifaceted approach that prioritizes economic resilience, diplomatic engagement, and domestic unity. By building a cohesive national strategy rooted in Canadian values, the country can not only safeguard its sovereignty, but also emerge stronger in an increasingly complex global environment. The potential threats posed by the U.S. under Trump's leadership should serve as a clarion call for action. It is an opportunity for Canada to reaffirm its identity, prioritize its interests, and engage with the world in a manner that reflects its values. Through strategic planning, public engagement, and a commitment to collaboration, Canada can navigate the challenges ahead while fostering a sense of national pride and resilience. Ultimately, the lessons learned from this period will shape Canada's future trajectory. By standing firm in its commitment to sovereignty, inclusivity, and sustainability, Canada can chart a course that not only protects its interests but also contributes positively to the global community. The time for action is now, and the responsibility lies with both leaders and citizens to ensure that Canada remains a strong and independent nation in the face of external pressures.